They have a little bit of experience on it, on land versus a solid team, Tempo Storm. G2, we haven't seen any official matches from them. And I think they're spot on as well with their analysis. This is a good chance for G2 to get some experience on the map in a competitive setting with a team that's really going to be, trying to play their hearts out here. So straight into ramp to start things off here for OpTic, wanting to get that onto that B site quick.
Oh, good start, Mixwell, and they got screened. Smith trapped in the corner. He's going to take someone with him, and that's at least a little bit of a silver lining there. RPK up on the rafters, going to end up going down. His body tumbling right in front of Stan there, and Shox and Body are left 2 versus 4 here. A very explosive start for OpTic, and one that G2 just couldn't hold on to.
This is all over the place. Instead of going straight down ramp, they actually take advantage of the fact that you can plant on the silos. Nice headshot there from Rush to take out Body. This is so difficult for G2 to deal with, because when they actually go for that push through ramp and start pressing towards Hell, and then obviously into Heaven, OpTic, it's just G2 trying to scramble to get in a position to deal with that. The whole time they're expecting this to be some kind of lower push. And so, well, Rush is going to be hopping around looking for a shot, and he's actually going to find it. Shoxy down, Rush with the quad kill, 3 of them headshots in the pistol round. Very strong start here for the North American team.
But it is a bit confusing, because, I mean, G2 should have had an incredibly strong setup to deal with a push towards Hell like that. They had
3 players there.
Yeah, they had 3 players there, and that's all you need. Like, I mean, they should have been able to hold on to that. So I would say just actually a bit of a silly mistake coming out of G2. Like, there was no reason that they had to lose that round to OpTic. I just think they were caught sleeping.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, it's just going to be experience on the map, right? I think.
Yeah, but that strategy is one that goes back to any version of Nuke ever. So it's like all of them should have had like plenty of opportunity to see that coming. Right, a bit of a strong start for OpTic. I mean, the fact that the first map finished 16-14 makes you think this could be a little bit scary here, but Nafly making a silly mistake of his own. And actually, OpTic as a whole only putting a couple of people in lobby, and that's so dangerous right now. G2 doing a very good job. Mixwell going to be caught as well by RPK, picking up that Galil, and that's a triple kill for RPK before he finally goes down.
Oh, Shoxy. They know that he's playing from Squeak now. Rush is down on 6 HP though, but he does have the help of Scream, who has that Mac 10. So we'll see if they can actually press out onto this side. G2. Shox playing patient, waiting for the Molotov to clear, and he's got Scream there to back him. Both of them rocking Deagles. They have to figure out that a man is holding on Dog, and that's going to be the linchpin here. It's the fact that Stanislaw is on the upper side of things, and he gets spotted immediately. Shox, he sees the boot. He's going to be putting the damage in, and a double kill for Shox, triple for RPK. G2, it's a blast from the past. It's coming right back into it, man. The pistols, the 4 spies, very game back in the day. Yeah. Just so brutal.
What a great round there for G2 and OpTic. I just want to highlight this because we see it all the time. This is what we call the lobby area. And the problem, if you're on the T side, is there are 3 entrances that the CTs can use. There's this one, there's one through Hot, and then there's one through Squeak. So if you only put a couple of people in here, if you only have 2, which they did this round, that's a big problem. There's 3 angles to cover and only 2 people. And I would argue you need 3 or more to be in here. So just having the 2 leaves you incredibly vulnerable to just what just happened, which is RPK pushing in like that. So I would say that's a rookie mistake from OpTic. I don't want to see that too much.
You know, I mean, it's a mistake that teams make a lot, but this is also an old strat. Old as sin. Rush, Squeak, get down vents, try and get that bomb plant on the lower site. Only problem is Body's there to hold the line, and Shox goes charging through. Takes out Rush. So that bomb has now been dropped in vents, but it was a nice attempt from OpTic. That's also a very old strategy. You're just trying to get that bomb plant money, and it can be possible to actually just get down those vents really quickly and get onto that lower site for the plant. Well, that's uncomfortable.
A little bit suspicious. Yeah, Stan trying to play around with the door for a while there, not going to be working out either. And yeah, very, very common way to deal with that as well with the Molotov. So good job there, but you're right. Popping down the vents, it can be powerful.
Because you can just, if you can get behind that silo before the ramp player is able to make it down the ramp, obviously, right, to get eyes on the site, if you can make it behind the silo on lower site, you can just get that bomb plant down so quickly. And so if you get a couple players down there, it works, but Body, he was so quick to react, and it looked like Shox was dialed into it as well, getting that Molotov down, just the anti-rush nade that kind of split up the push. So difficult round there for OpTic, but they will have the money to buy in this one. Only thing is, Scream going aggressive in the yard behind Big Red.
It's going to make their life a little bit tough. The only thing is Scream doesn't have a lot of backup out here. I think Smith is somewhere nearby, but still going to be winning the first fight there. Scream picking up a second one, a headshot. He is low on health, and See if they can make this one work. Mixwell coming back into it strong with a good double kill. He's not aware there's someone right behind him. And up on the hut there, RPK will finally be able to take him out, following up with a kill of his own. And now it's all on Naf. Gets a good spray in, but he's down to 22 health and going to end up going down a body. So I would say an expensive round for G2, but it's going to be worth it for them anyway, because OpTic can't buy in this round.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to put OpTic back on pistols. This is the round where G2 start to farm up their economy. The AWP going to get picked up there for Smiths. So we'll see where he decides to take that, if he wants to go ramp or if he's going to take it out into the yard, which is also a common opping spot. You hold over in garage, and you try and control that open space that's outside that OpTic were just in the last round with 3 players. I mean, there are so many options to go for here, and G2 clearly going for what used to work in the past. 2 players out in yard to start, though. Shoxy holding at main will be able to support Smiths with that AWP. But yeah, for now, Shox is just looking for somebody to poke their head over there into the main entrance. Instead, it's going to be movement in trophy room, no longer radio, and Body holding the line for now.
Yeah, doing a very good job here, picking up the triple, and they don't have any armor, so, you know, not that much of a problem for him. I was going to say there's something to look out for as well, and it goes to show, I mean, we have to assume even if these players have played the map, that maybe there are some basic things they could have forgot. That position that Body's playing at, well, was playing at, that's a brutal shot coming out of that fly. There is, I think, a big tell about how people play that position. You can take fights like Body just did, but normally if they have armor and rifles, the best thing to do is just put in a couple of shots and then fall back. Because giving up the ramp room doesn't actually give the T's that much space to work with. If they push on like they did in the piss round towards Hell, almost always they will end up in a bad situation. And if they try and go lower, then you can call for backup, and it's not worth giving up your player for that position. It's better to just do a little bit of damage, make them use a lot of grenades, make them waste time. It's not, they're not getting it for free, you know, but it's not worth just fighting there forever. And I'm going to be looking at anyone playing that position and just seeing what they're going to be all about here. Looks like OpTic have also been doing research somewhere.
Yeah, they've got some strategies here, it seems. They're breaking out the glass on the roof so they can set up for some smokes. We have already seen a smoke that goes, well, we've seen a Molotov attempt from Fallen that is supposed to go onto Dog, but we've also seen a smoke that goes to block off Heaven, so block off that vision onto the upper site. So we'll see if they actually decide to go for that OpTic. RPK trying to play it close, and he's going to be able to drop right down in front of main, and in case they try to rush out, he would be in the perfect spot to stop him. And he is going to get spotted in the end, but Shox is there to save the day. RPK still alive, but maybe not for long. Daps takes out Shoxy. There is a crossfire attempt, though. Smith's in main, trying to draw attention to himself.
2 versus 4 right now. Daps coming in with a good kill. If they can just get one more bullet, that's a great shot. Oh, Daps turning around. That's nearly a 1 versus 4. What a great play from him. And Scream there to take him out. And that is a really cool play from OpTic. I actually thought they were going to copy what we saw some of the other teams do earlier when LG were doing it. That's not what happened. These were different smokes. So OpTic have actually come up with some cool stuff on their own. 2 of these smokes that they were doing in this round, they landed outside. And normally, if those outside smokes go down in a row like that, it means that there's a terrorist push towards lower, towards the B-bomb side. So they put down those smokes and nobody ran outside, and then they all go inside instead. So that was a cool fake coming out of OpTic. And I mean, apart from Daps getting the triple kill, it wasn't the most successful sort of tactical round, but the idea was definitely there, so I definitely like it. These are the same smokes they're throwing, and this time they're actually playing, shall we say, in accordance with the smokes.
I think there's a gap as well, because Shoxy just body blocked that smoke. So there might be a little bit of a gap outside. Yep, there's a bit of a shot going through right there in the space between Smiths. Will put a shot onto Rush. Gets tagged down at 55. Shox holding the line as they come down. Rush lower, and he's not going to get the second kill. Rush will be able to trade. Scream, though, will step in and take out Stanislaw, and it's all on Rush, Daps, and Mixwell. Now the last 3 alive here for OpTic. And they can get out onto the site. Daps has now got a good angle here. Yep, surprise, surprise, Scream. Got to check to the left.
Sort of almost wish that he would have waited a little bit there, but he's going to lose a couple of teammates. Daps and Mixwell are going to be going down, and Rush charging into the bomb site, bomb in hand, full of hopes and dreams that he could plant it in the bomb site. That was never going to happen, and it will be 6-1. Right now, we are seeing a very sort of Nuke-esque scoreline here. This is, I don't think this iteration of the map is quite the same, but this used to be the most CT-sided map that we had. And not to ride on anybody here, but Stan was top fragging on Trainer right now. He's got no kills.
Yeah, he's working on a James Bond. He has to come up with something this round, or it's going to be 007.
Yeah.
So a little bit of additional pressure there on OpTic, but now they actually have the guns to work with. And Mixwell, he's got his AWP, and it comes down to that. I mean, this is like the ancient fight. You know, both ops going out in yard. Who's going to be able to out-mind game the other? Find that first shot, and Smith is just charging out, but he's actually going. Wow, he's going to secret. Stairs out in the yard, and we'll see if that works. Body's going to catch out Daps. That was over in Trophy Room. And now Smith's, he's checking Silo, and there is going to be a man presenting himself up there in just a moment, but he's also got a man behind Big Red. Easy kill there onto Mixwell. Spots the man jumping on top of main as well, and he should be able to make it out of here, Smith, but he decides to hang around just a second longer, and that was a little risky.
A good kill coming in. Body actually going to end up going down. That was Naf sneaking into ramp. So there's fights all over the place. And this is one of the other things that really characterizes Nuke. And one of the reasons why it's an absolute hell if you're a spectator. Because you have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, it could be almost anywhere. So, yeah, definitely a hard time keeping up for DJ and Heather. Not going to be a fun time. Naf and Rush, 2 versus 4 right now. 40 seconds left, and it's so hard to come back in a round like this if you're on the T side.
Especially once you've been spotted. So Rush is expecting somebody to move up secret. He knows that there's a man holding on locker room. And, well, yeah, the timing works out perfectly for Shox to shoot him in the back. And it's all on Nafly now, working his way back towards A main. We'll see if he can actually get something going here, because 1v4, 20 seconds left. Smoke goes down, but RBK is alive on the site. Nice wallbang shots going on to Shoxy, doing a bit of damage, dropping him down to half HP. So he wins that duel, but there's a man waiting right behind. He didn't see the rifle. Smith, the barrel was sticking through the door. Nafly was right there.
Now, Stan is turned into a 007.
Ah, that's brutal.
Very sad. That means, though, he has a license to kill. You know, maybe that he's going to use that to have.
It's time to wake up, right? He's been sipping martinis on the beach.
I'm not
Phone
sure
rings. Stan, we need you.
I mean, if he's like the old James Bond, it could take a while, you know, slow ramp up, just, you know, trying to date a couple of women first. But if it's the new James Bond, then yeah, it'll be fast and merciless, and everyone's going to die. I don't know what Smith is currently aiming at. Does he think that's the top of... there we go, Smith. A little bit further down once again. That looked very confusing. Oh. There's a good peek coming out, but Smith's just a little bit too quick, and it's Stan. Poor Stan.
Go back to the beach, Stan. Go back to your happy place. 2 rifles and 2 pistols, and well, Smith's holding the line. Scream is here to help, and Shoxy pushing up from secret will get 2 kills. Mixwell, they know that he's made it past it to hell towards CT spawn, and he has a rifle to play with now as well, so Smith has to be a little careful. And there's the bait, but Smith does not miss the shot. Nicely done by him. 8-1. G2 continue to extend their lead. OpTic, no bomb plant, puts them in a bit of a tricky position here, but I think they have just enough to go for the force buy if they want to.
I also don't know if this is true of Ifan was just sort of wanting to make it up, but I think in the previous round when they were ending the round, I'm pretty sure I had someone on OpTic say, just shut up for a moment. Yeah. And I mean, that doesn't, just to say, that doesn't have to mean that there's like a huge argument going on. Sometimes you just need to cut through and say, look, I'm talking, stop talking, listen to this. But when you lose a map like they did on the first map, right, on Train, that's really frustrating. Now you come into this map pick and you're down 7 rounds.
And you win the pistol as well.
Yeah, and you win the pistol.
You're thinking, great, it's our time to shine. We got the strong start on Nuke. Now we're going to get 3 rounds. It's going to feel great. You know, then we've actually got some confidence. And then G2 were just like, actually, no, we're going to body you in the second round and then take 8 rounds in a row. So, yeah, definitely a bit of a turn here. It's a 2-minute tactical pause here for OpTic. So before things get completely out of control, they want to try and slow things down a little bit, have a chat. And they have a history of getting a little hot-headed on this team. I mean, I think it was at the Minor versus Tempo Storm, same thing. You know, that there was a lot of basically fighting, you know, between the different teammates. Even when they were winning, they still kind of snap at each other. So they need to kind of just cool down a little bit here, I think. Let Daps do the talking, get that game plan going. All right, there we go. We can hear the game plan, actually.
We can hear it a little bit. And I guess we'll see if this is going to work out or not. It's hard to, I mean, I would say they're in the A bomb site, at least they make it through, and I think that's what they were talking a little bit about as well. But I mean, at least they're making it into the actual site, you know? Whereas it seems like if they go outside a ramp, they don't get anywhere close. So if you had to use that kind of logic, you could maybe say that that a couple of fights going their way in the A-bomb side would be a way to come out. But we'll see if it's going to work or not. We've got the 10th round coming up here. Second map between G2 and OpTic. And if you're just joining us, it is day 3 of week 2 of ELEAGUE. And, I mean, G2, they seem unstoppable.
Yeah, they're on point right now. The comeback in the first half, or comeback basically, they eventually closed it out in the second half in 30 rounds, 16-14 on Train. And while now, G2, they continue to dominate here on Nuke, but it is going to be the push through A main. RPK in position, he's going to get a big spray. Does some damage to Rush and Stan, but he will only get the 1 kill. Now it's Shox, he just comes barreling out the vents. Backstab on Stanislaw, he spots the man in main, and Shox, he's just going through the motions at this point. Big spray on a Nafly, and Daps. Somehow they bring this to a 1v1, so this has still got to be a feel-good moment here for OpTic, and especially when Daps catches body out completely.
Yeah, there he is. You heard him calling the tactic during the timeout, and then it actually goes and works where they only have pistol and armor. That's going to give you feel really good, and hopefully it also create maybe like a little bit of respect around Daps on the team. You know, it's all right.
All right, Daps, all right. It worked. Now we just got to do that with rifles. You know, make that work as well. And then we're going to be cooking with gas, as Henry would say. AWP. Picked up for Smiths, but G2 have actually tapped into their bank quite a bit here, so they don't have a whole lot of money to fall back on. So this is a big opportunity here for OpTic to finally start shifting things their way. Mixwell hunting for that shot, but he's going to get face shot at the same time, so down to 70 HP.
Heading back to ramp to try and see if he can maybe find an angle on a body down there, who seems to be trying to sort of play a little bit of a varied position every time. He seems to be in a slightly different spot, so that's also just some good fundamentals, really, but I like seeing it anyway. 8-2 with the scoreline here. And Body, if he goes down, it doesn't shatter the defense, but it's going to be a bit annoying on everyone else. You see how quick Shox is once smokes go down outside? He's going to be down that vent almost every time. So he's clearly sort of the rotator position on this map. He's just going to do whatever. We can almost see it here. I think if Mixwell is going to throw the smoke outside, we should try and look at Shox immediately to see if he's going to go down the vents. That's almost like a trigger, it seems. Oh.
Well,
NA grenades.
Nobody saw that.
Everybody
saw that.
Please.
Oh man, this has got to be so infuriating. RPK, they just got to keep thinking like, well, he's not going to be on Hut this time, right, guys? And then he just wrecks half their team. Stanislaw, though, he's finally come alive. 2 kills for him in this round, where everything is riding on him with 20 seconds left, and he's not watching A main. Smith's coming in from the yard. We'll find an easy pick on him. G2 reestablishing control.
If only someone had made a tutorial video about how to Molotov Hut, they could have maybe done something about it.
I'm surprised you haven't emailed all the players these videos. You know, just like, hey, by the way.
I do. Do I have anyone from... I think I might be talking to some of OpTic every once in a while. Look, this is so sad, isn't it? Like, that smoke that fails means Shox is also still in the bomb side. They didn't get him to move out of there. I don't know what you could say about stuff like that. I mean, those mistakes just can't happen. They just cannot happen. Smith is here with the AWP, and once he takes his shot, Body's going to be right... Actually, RPK and Body are going to be right behind him to get a bit of a shot in. Smith's moving forward with the AWP, and I don't think that was necessarily part of the plan. Good follow-up there from Body, and quick trade 1-for-1. Stan doing a lot of damage, but not going to be able to get the kill, and Dap's going to be going down as well. Not quite working out yet.
Scream's still alive, though, and now Nafly has got that AK. He's going to be trying to put it to work. Rush, however, is going to get spotted out in the yard. Drop down to half HP, but he's got that bomb control still, and it's only a man advantage here for G2. There's still a chance for OpTic to come back in this round. Just need to find that one pick, and Nafly just currently hunting, hoping to catch somebody out. He knows that Smiths has been playing yard a lot, but Smiths is dead. So just focus on getting onto that side at this point.
2 versus 3. Body coming up with a good shot there, making it a triple for himself. And in a 1-on-3 right now, Rush trying to make the jump over.
Can't make that jump that way.
No, people keep doing that, and you really can't make it work. Body's up there. You can obviously hear him running around. Rush, is he eventually going to try and risk it? Body actually firing a shot, and Rush almost taking that as an invitation to go and look, and going to be peeking up the ladder. And down now onto the silo itself. Body moving forward. Good headshot there from Rush. Gonna at least give him the bomb plan here in the 12th round. And no, he fakes it. He wants to try and win the round. That's very ambitious. And did they need the $800 bonus?
Yeah, they kind of did.
Well, they wouldn't have been... and it wouldn't have been a buy. It wouldn't have been a great buy anyway. So I think you could argue both ways.
Yeah, I mean, the big win would have obviously changed things up, but wow. Okay then, 13th round, and they're going for the force buy here, OpTic. They realize that they need, I mean, at least a 10-5 finish here at the end of the first half. If they give G2 11-4 or even 12-3, life is going to get pretty rough for them on their CT side.
In that case, they did need the money if they were going to force. So.
If they were going to force Stanislaw, can't jump too early because of that sidewalk there.
Maybe we can see it. Rush is going to be setting up the grenade outside again, and I really want to see if Shox is going to be moving as soon as that grenade comes in. That's something that's worth knowing about how G2 play. And it's something that we bring up this term anti-stratting every once in a while. If you're an in-game leader looking at this team, that's what you're looking for. Shox there, smoke goes down in front of him, still waiting around a little bit, and no smoke outside yet that they can see. So smoke for main, but not quite working out here, and just a great job on G2 shutting it down, and no one even going down. So Rush putting the grenade. I thought maybe it was going to go over the building and land outside, but it got in the building and landed for main. It's still a really good smoke, but just didn't quite work out. 11-2 here, and things are just not really working out for the OpTic team.
No, they're not panning out. Their strats aren't working. They aren't able to find the big shots to really, the big playmaking, from Daps when he got that triple kill. These sorts of things. That's what needs to happen here for OpTic for it to turn their way. And right now, I mean, if you're not hitting the shots, unfortunately, it's just not going to work. Smith has got that star 20 out the yard now. Scream once again trying to make it over to Big Red, but Smith is just lining them up, and Shox is there to help as well. This is when it's just so dangerous to run out in the open. When you have that long line with that auto sniper, you're doing so much damage. Nafly and Daps, the last two alive, and one's been spotted, and that's a bomb dropped as well. They just can't catch a break here, OpTic. RPK will find the kill on Daps, but G2 hold the line.
Well, G2 just with them in a classic nuke scoreline again here. 12-2 being the scoreline. 15th round is coming up here in OpTic. They have rifles, they have Molotovs, they have everything they need. They just need to get one more round home. I mean, if this was old nuke, a 12-3 scoreline, you could still win.
Yes. You
could definitely still win. You got the pistol round, you would even have a good chance of winning. So we'll see if it's going to be a real thing here. Stan going to be moving up onto the T roof, and Mixwell very quick here, looking into main, and that's a great start here. Daps also picking up a shot, but it's instantly returned by Smith and RPK.
And Scream is in position in ramp as well. He's going to catch them jumping out. Easy shot for him, but he fluffs it. Daps finds the headshot, whips around and takes Scream's head off. Man advantage now for OpTic. Now they've got control of ramp, but Smith is already down here with the AWP, and he's got the angle. They come. How does he miss that shot? What was that? Gets the follow-up on an app, spots the man on lower, drops him as well. Now it's down to the last man alive, and it's just not for long. Smith with the triple kill, quad kill at the end of the round to hold the line. And while G2, 13-2. 13-2 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of a break, obviously, but what a painful way to end it. I mean, you almost make it on train, but you just can't close out the game, and then you go into this. You win the pistol round, and apart from that, you only get one other rifle round, and that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's all G2 all the way. Powerful start here for the French team.
Yeah, pretty much not what was expected considering OpTic. They had a bit more experience on the map, but then, I mean, this goes back to old Duke, I guess, where G2, it's like the likes of Shox, Smith. These guys were monsters. And so, well, they're coming right back into it here on the new version of the map. Scream. Pretty solid performance from him, but we will be back after the break.
It looked like on train that the first half for OpTic was a bit of a beating, but look at Shox here, 19-9, and on Nuke it finishes 13-2 in favor of G2 Esports, and that is even more impressive than it was on train. But on train they almost still lost the map. On Nuke, there might be even more of a chance of that if, and it's a big if, OpTic can win the pistol round. And pistol rounds on CT side, I always feel like CT side pistol is always like a pretty good place to be. But on this map, you do get close to those Glocks. You really almost can't create any space.
Yes, you can't. You're always at risk of getting overrun. But I mean, I'm more concerned about OpTic winning the second round at this point. Whoa, all right, no time wasted at all here. Straight A rush from RPK, leading the way. Full flash on him, though. He's taking some damage, but Mixwell is going to step in, 1-for-1. And we're into a 3-on-3 scenario. Mixwell still alive on the site, but he will get rushed down by RPK, who somehow survived since the beginning of this push. He's still in the fight. It's down to Stanislaw and Nafly, and Nafly will be able to deny the plant. Nice shot on the Scream, and RPK down as well. So it's all on body now to make this happen for G2.
Oh, this is not going to be easy, but he does have a hell of a lot of time to try and make this work. He's got that bomb, and if he get down to the B bomb side, that's so much safer for him right now. Stan all the way back at ramp, and Nafly making his way into heaven. So body, they hear that vent going out, and that can be heard so far away in this map. So they know that he's down there. Bomb has been planted, and now he's escaping back into the vent here. So pretty good chance still. They do have a kit on Naf, and you can see Stan already set up to deal with this vent play. This is really good teamwork coming out of OpTic, but he gives it up now, running out body. Oh, he's going to go down. Stan hitting the shot, and that's really valuable. Stan has got 5 kills, and Nafly's got 5 kills. I mean, they haven't really done much at all, but those 2 kills there really coming in big for OpTic in the pistol.
You'd say those are high-impact frags, right? Those are big kills that make the difference. Even if you're sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard, you just won your team the pistol round. You give them a fighting chance. Like I said, it's about surviving the next rounds to come. Because that bomb plant went down for G2, though, it looks like they're going to eco. They aren't going to go for any funny business, trying to go for the force buy with Tech 9s or anything like that. They are just going to be saving for that next round so they can get the rifles. So OpTic, they have a good chance here to just build up some money. 3 rifles, an MP9, a P90 for OpTic. Good nade count as well. And, well, they are trying to go. Wow, that was Body actually just charging out through Squeak door. I think he was trying to make his way down vents, but that's a bomb donated onto the A site.
Yeah, RPK and Scream left here, but they weren't messing around either, OpTic. They did go for three FAMASs, the P90. They were ready to try and deal with any kind of pistol coming in here, so we'll see if they can take care of Scream without losing anyone else. Knife coming out. Oh, Scream, he actually gets a stab in on Stan first. Daps is coming up from behind, so that's still a really good amount of money coming in there from Scream. That's going to help out.
A little bit of a head shake there from Stan as well. Just like
he does it again.
Anybody need any salt? I think we got some there. 13-4.
I think all of OpTic right now is essentially a salt mine. Oh, wow. Oh, he misses it. That's why Stan goes down. Oh, no. All trust is lost on the OpTic team. He's never going to be able to trust anyone again, Stan. He's going to need actual counseling after that, you know?
They're going to need actual counseling if they lose versus this round from G2. Hardly any nades here for G2 to work with. 2 smoke grenades, that's it. But Scream finds the headshot on Mixwell to start. And Smith's going to get overrun, but there's a trade. Good team play coming in here from G2, moving together as a unit. The buddy system in play there between Smiths and RPK, watching each other's backs. Daps, it's going to get a bit difficult for him here on the lower site as Shox clears out Stanislaw. But he will get the drop on body. Not going to be able to deal with RPK, however. And RPK just unleashed. 3 kills for him in the round, and that last one was brutal. But did Scream leave him hanging or something?
I don't know. I can't get over the breach of trust and teamwork that happened in that round. I don't even know what would compare at this point in time, Samla. What could be worse?
It's like, you know,
your parents getting you socks, but they wrap it in like a PS4, you know, box, and you think, oh,
I've seen that, and that's heartbreaking.
And it sucks. That's basically what just happened to Stan.
Well, he's making up for it here. 2 kills for him. RPK, though, of course, just the wrecking ball. He's going to spot the man moving out on Heaven. Will he be able to spot the second man as well? Flash ineffective. He's ready for it. Teammate coming through. Little wire tight there, RPK. Don't want to take too much damage off of Scream. But they should be able to get in position to deal with this whole G2.
Yeah, this is a big problem if you're on the CT side, is once the terrorists are in there, and look at how shots coming up, and that's something you could do now, can actually end up getting up onto the high ground. That wasn't always a possibility, and with headshots like that, you don't really need anything else at this point. Naf is going to be the last man left here, but G2 Esports, they're going to be at map point. Scream picking up the kill, and we're looking at a 15-4 scoreline.
For some reason, I just thought, like, what is this, Hollywood? Because that guy got just, like, ejected off the balcony by Shoxy there. That second kill, this is brutal. Watch. Boom, get out. Just get out.
There's even a railing for safety, so that doesn't happen, you know.
Forced by territory now for OpTic. They need 11 rounds in a row here to get that overtime. And right now, with the way G2 are playing, no drop in confidence here from G2. They just continue to power forward and look for the duels. So, UMP, double shotgun, scout, and a CZ. That's the arsenal that OpTic have to work with here in this round. But they get that smoke to block off Shoxy. Now we have to see if they can actually hold on to this upper site.
15-4 at the moment, and Naf up on the hut, and it worked so well for RPK in the CT side, so probably want to try and see if they can replicate that. Shox reading the instructions, which is important.
He is actually reading this.
Yeah, don't want to end up in a situation where there's a fire and you can't put it out. I mean, even if you are a terrorist, there's safety first, right? Safety first, ladies and gentlemen.
There needs to be a floor plan there, you know, your closest exit.
I think they are somewhere. There's a lot of instruction. There's a nuclear power plant, you know. Stan are going to be running right into Smiths and can't get the kill. Body taking out Mixwell, and it's going to be Naf getting a kill there. Oh, sorry, getting killed by Shox. Rush charging in and taking out Body, who otherwise was working overtime.
Trade places.
Tailor-made commentary for Thorin there. Rush and Dabs going to be left in a 2-on-3, looking for a way to extend this series just a little bit longer, get a couple more rounds in. Dabs going to be going down, and Rush in the vents trying to get out, and that's not going to happen. RPK will kill him, and that's going to be 16-4 as G2 take out OpTic, first on Train, then on Nuke, and a little bit more convincingly on Nuke.
And they join the ranks with Luminosity. A clean sweep in the group stage, not dropping a single map, 6-0. Luminosity did that last week. So G2 really showing their quality right now, that they are, you know, one of the top contenders here in this tournament. It feels good to say that as well for a French team. There's a couple Belgian guys on there, one of them at least, Scream, but still, it's been a while, you know, with the drop-off in skill from Envy. G2 are now there to, you know, wave the flag.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a while since we've seen this kind of level for the team. They've been disappointing for a long time, but this seems to be finally it. They're back in style, and we're going to get a full breakdown of Nuke right after the break.